Great. Join me in taking a nice deep breath if you'd like. Just welcome yourself into this really palpable field of powerful beings joining from all over the world, literally. So many different time zones here. And dear soul family, thank you so much. My name is Sydney Campos. I know some of you are new to me, and it's an honor to meet you. I was guided to offer this session to really provide a space of attuned energetic presence to assist with a lot of the energies that we're receiving right now through the body on the planet. There's a lot happening, and no matter how sensitive you are or where you are in your, awakening or spiritual path, you probably feel it. And so I want to offer this space to receive and really slow down and just take, a few moments, a few minutes out of your day, out of your week for yourself, for your nervous system, for your energy. And I will be guiding a few processes, and maybe some tools will also come through to really assist you to feel however you want to feel. My intention for this space is to create a field where you can really amplify presence, clarity, sense of your intuitive knowing and discernment, and ability to really listen to what is your direction for your path and the next right steps in your most aligned unfolding. I really believe that when we operate from more centeredness, presence, and coherence, we can live in more ease. We can be much more effective leaders. We can have healthier, more generative, more fun relationships and collaborations. And especially if we are in the visionary path, as I know many of you are, it's really important now more than ever to attune our nervous systems to more stability, to be present, to really be available for the opportunities that are coming in for us at this time. Many of us have been experiencing a lot of acceleration and heightened synchronicity, and maybe big opportunities for abundance and more responsibility. And this is all, asking us to develop more strength and capacity in our nervous system to be able to receive it and to be able to take effective action. So I really want to offer you an experience of what that may feel like for you. And everybody's body and system is so different and requires different resource in different ways. And I love to open up this kind of space. I call it the Soul Source fields. It started for me in the work of the Akashic Records and energy healing, numerous different modalities, yoga, meditation, thousands of hours of practice, and just really developing a modality that supports us very holistically. And you'll feel it. You maybe already feel it here. So I welcome you to really receive and restore, and just receive the gift of this community of all of these beings that have joined together in presence to open up to a new way of being. And we'll have some space after the guidance to connect and celebrate and ask questions. This is also a preview of the facilitator training coming up at the end of June for those interested. But really, this is a time to play and receive and restore. My wish is that, the more of us can be out there in the world as an example of presence, clarity, and peace, our presence really becomes a blessing to all those that we come in contact with. And just imagine the ripple of impact that we have moving through the world in this way. This is what it's all about. And so I guess the last thing I'll say, when I'm guiding, I am really working with, I'm co-creating, as you all are welcome to here, co-creating with various different energies, beings, spirits, ancestors, guides, all across the board. And we are working with a layer of support from what would be known as the Akashic field, the Akashic records, which is the storehouse of all of the memory and history of all souls across all timelines, realities, and dimensions. And we're also working with really all that is. This is the magic of the source field, is that we have access at any time, at any moment, to all that is, to all that ever was, and to all that ever will be. And we transcend time and space, and we open to receive miraculous healing, which really becomes the norm. Beautiful. And so if you feel different transmissions. I know some friends are already checking in with me saying they're already feeling it getting started. This is to be expected. This is welcome. And there's nothing that I'm really doing necessarily to put energy into you, or, you're in control. You are responsible for how much you want to receive, at what level of depth you want to interact in this field. And this is really an opportunity for you to get curious about your body and your energy and what you need and how your guidance may speak to you and what new abilities may want to be refined in this kind of space. You may have amplified access to your abilities, to your guidance, and of course to energy healing that can support the body and your whole system. All right, I think that's all of the logistics. And yeah, let's go. I'm so grateful to see all of you. I love so many of you. I'm so happy to see all your beautiful faces. I love all of you. Thank you so much for choosing to give yourself this gift today. And it's an honor. So, all right. I like to start actually with a little bit of a somatic, support for the body. So you can bring your hands together and just start to rub them together pretty vigorously, generate some heat. You want to feel really like some nice light fire is building between the palms. Bring the palms over your eyes. Just feel that energy transference between the palms and the eyes. This is your own capacity to heal yourself, to support yourself, to love yourself. Maybe take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release. Rub the palms together again, nice and vigorously. Then just place the palms anywhere on the body that are asking for some support, some nourishment, some care. Take a nice deep breath in again. Exhale with a sigh or a sound. Signaling to the body and the nervous system, it's safe to relax, it's safe to receive, it's safe to simply be. It is enough. You are enough as you are. And just allow yourself to come into a really restful position. It's nice to sit with a straight spine. This is a more active position to receive, but if you at any time need to lay down or lay back in your seat, just be comfortable. The more comfortable you are, the more you can receive, the more you can restore. This is the whole point. And just start to deepen the breath in your own way. Feel all tension start to melt away. And see if you can start to breathe in through the lower part of your body, the belly, the tailbone, even through the soles of your feet. Breathing in, perhaps, the energy of the earth through your body at whatever level of depth feels most nourishing for you today. And just naturally start to feel this alchemical process of your own breath. It's already helping to restore and recalibrate your system, allowing you to unwind, allowing you to clear out, to open up, to integrate, metabolize all that you've been receiving, all that's coming through, all of these multidimensional energies at play. And now consciously take a deep breath through the soles of your feet. Breathe in the energy of the earth and see what that feels like. Breathe that all the way through, and you imagine every single cell lighting up, maybe with a golden white light or an emerald green, or maybe a turquoise blue or something else. Breathing all the way in, lighting your cells up with this grounding, clarifying, purifying earth energy. Maybe breathing in through the whole energy field, feeling the energy around your body, a couple feet, expanding with more light. letting the energy from the top of the head and the top of the energy field start to drop down and integrate through the rest of the system. We give so much energy to our conceptual, logical mind, and just let that really start to integrate and rest and let go. Let something new come forth. Next breath in, drop roots down through the bottom of the energy field or the soles of the feet. Just root into the earth. Anchor in more to this present moment, this dimension, this reality. See how that feels. What's your connection to the planet right now? How deep can you anchor your roots into the earth? A couple of feet down below, all the way down into the core, maybe wrapping roots of light around the core of the earth. Just exploring what feels available every day, might be different. Every moment might be a little different. It's okay. And again, see what it's like to breathe in the energy of the earth in through the body, really developing this conscious exchange of nourishment, of transmutation, noticing how the earth loves to receive our compost, our old energy, memory. Inhaling light, inhaling grounding stability, inhaling restoration, inhaling presence. Exhaling anything that no longer serves, tension, density, old memory, backlog, pressure. Letting that go. Feeling the cells literally empty out as new light is coming in to fill them up, pushing out anything that is no longer resonant or useful. Anything that is not supporting a deeper presence, deeper embodiment. Feeling yourself as a pillar of light, emanating the earth's grounding, clear energy, however that feels for you. Perhaps feeling yourself an extension of the earth. Are we not precisely this, an extension of this living being, this home planet we've chosen? Just feeling your connection to this beautiful planet we get to call home. And so many here in this field are stewards of environmental protection and care, and just really feel what's alive for you here. And is there any message that the earth has for you today? Just asking for fun. What is important for me to see, feel, and know today? As you deepen in your breath and continue to slow down and just listen. There's always a message here when we slow down enough to listen, be curious, and welcome what's been here all along. I like to imagine the oceans of the planet just gleaming a crystalline diamond light, bright blue, clean, completely restored, completely pure. The most powerful, clean water imaginable, freely available to all. Just imagining these beautiful waves flowing over the planet and maybe starting to flow over your body, your field, at whatever level feels good. Welcoming in this elemental support of water to cleanse, clear, realign, restructure, support. And really magnifying our healing intention for the planetary waters, all the beings connected to this ecosystem. Ah. Beautiful. And now we will play with the pillar of light. If you aren't there already, imagine yourself surrounded by a white pillar of light surrounding you in all directions, expanding infinitely above and below you. Strengthening your connection to your own source, your guides, your spiritual team, your multidimensional resources. Just feeling what it's like to be immersed in this pillar of light, immediately helping to recalibrate, cleanse, clear, align your being at the deepest possible level, at whatever level feels best for you now. Attuning you to more of your home centered sense of self, your home frequency, amplifying your intuitive access, capacities, abilities, memory. Deep breaths into the heart and into the belly, staying grounded in this high frequency access while maintaining embodied presence, deep listening. Welcoming in deeper connection with all of our guides, ancestors, light beings, councils, higher dimensional aspects, elementals, all beings of light connected to us beyond all realities, timelines, spaces, dimensions. Here to support, here to elevate, here to awaken and remember. Thank you. And just notice what you feel in your being, in your center, continuing with a deep, slow breath. So much of the practice at the beginning can be to just feel comfortable, to stabilize in higher frequency energy and aliveness and radiance and power. This is your presence. This is your power. Taking a few deep breaths up and down the spine. If you feel a line of energy from the top of your crown down to the base of your spine, just taking a few breaths intentionally, almost like following a light, a glimmer of light moving up and down. Noticing how that feels for you. And if it feels better to breathe in through the soles of the feet and ground in through the earth, then try that. Just allowing the body to do exactly what it knows how to do naturally when given the space to restore, recalibrate, refuel in a way. Allowing your energy to naturally balance and harmonize. Allowing the cells to come into perfect order. And then hearing guidance to breathe in through the base of the spine, breathe into the heart. So breathing in through the low, low, low belly or the base of the spine, breathing into the heart, breathing up to the crown of the head. Exhale, let everything go. Should feel nice, like a full system cleanse, clear, release, reset. And we'll do that 2 more times. Breathe in through the spine, the base, in through the heart, in through the top of the crown. Exhale, release with a sigh or a sound. Reset, release, cleanse, clear. Last time, this time empty all the air out, forcibly releasing all air from the lungs. Breathing in through the base, in through the heart, in through the crown. Hold for just a moment at the top. Feel your electricity, feel the electric aliveness of your being. Breathe in a little bit more. Exhale only when you absolutely must, releasing with a sigh or a sound. Just notice how your energy field is feeling now, how your body's feeling. See if you can relax into a little bit more of what you are receiving, relaxing more into your own being. Returning to natural breath. Amazing how good it feels, these simple things that we maybe take for granted through our waking life. And when finally we slow down to really notice and pay attention, we remember the miracle that we are, the miracle it is to be in a body with breath, with this access. Very good. And now we will play with intuitive exploration. So many here are connecting in with, there's many layers here of support and spiritual guidance available, multidimensional guidance. In this field, we have many who are strongly connected with, we could say, the galactic consciousness, many also connected in with the earth elemental consciousness, the Gaia consciousness, the plant family, plant kingdom. Some are here connecting in with the ancient earth ancestors, the inner earth beings, those of the ancient lineages of Lemuria, Atlantis, ancient Egypt, Celtic mysticism, Druids, Hawaiian shamans are here. Lemurians, all of our different galactic allies very present. And then we have some archangelic resonance strong in this field, and many other beings, many others, some without names, some from what we would say are future universes, dimensions outside of our known template at this time, but soon re-emerging and opening in to connect more directly, because it is important that we receive their direction at this time, their guidance at this time for what is to come. And you also have access to your ancestral line, your biological family, and all of the wisdom that comes in your inheritance. So just feeling the abundance of support surrounding you. It can feel sometimes like a stadium of spiritual allies cheering you on, rooting you on, wanting the best for you. Imagine what it's like to walk through your life with this knowing that you are being guided, that you are supported, that you are loved, that you are being cheered on in every moment as you learn and grow through this experience in the Earth School. So perhaps it'll be helpful for some to practice imagining yourself in a sacred space, a temple space, a light temple, sacred ceremonial room, a practice place, a place where you go to receive. And perhaps you're already there. You might also understand this as a higher dimensional realm. And here is where all is available, all is accessible, all is here for you to remember, to receive, to integrate. And that in this space, your access is amplified, is highly attuned, is clear. And all is really rooted in unconditional love and support. And perhaps in your sacred space, you notice objects or different relics or gifts or tools that you have available for your healing path, for your leadership journey. Perhaps some you recognize and some that are newly emerging or re-emerging because you're ready to receive them. And some of you may be receiving one one gift in particular that is very important to recall now, to really utilize in your path going forward. It is what is known as an amplifier. And it may be something you actually take with you and maybe insert somewhere in your field or in your being to really assist you with harmonizing at a higher frequency level that you are now ready to attune. And some of you are here today to receive very specific messages from very specific guides that you have sensed are trying to communicate and connect and that you have waited to simply be held in a space where it feels safe and supported to explore. You are grounded, you are safe, you are held, you are guided, and you are welcome. Your curiosity is welcome. And if you'd like to explore what guidance is here, a great question to ask in your own inner consciousness is, what is most important for me to know right now? What is most important for me to know to assist me in my path, to assist me in my destiny, to assist me in my soul service? What am I meant to receive and remember right now? Stay with a slow, deep breath. You may not need the mind as much as you think or at all. Your multidimensional guidance will speak through feeling, through sensation, through what feels like a memory or a dream. Could come through a sound, a picture like a movie, something else beyond words, a knowing, a gut feeling, an immediate sense of a memory restored. A part of your consciousness just turning on, like a computer screen powering on for the first time in quite a while. Perhaps the first time in this life. Or maybe you have another new screen or a couple new ones that come in, giving access to different vantage points or different sources of guidance. Always stay with a slow, calm breath. And just listen and just watch and just observe and be and receive. And some may be receiving healing transmissions to assist the body with greater stability and coherence, and this is perfect. Nothing meant for you will ever be lost. No message that is meant for you will ever be sent in a way that you will not be able to understand. It will always come in the perfect way meant for you, and it will always arrive in the perfect time when you can deeply integrate and process. So if the answer you are seeking does not come in this moment, it will come later when you are more available to fully integrate at the level of depth most useful for your highest good and the highest good of all beings connected to you. Perhaps in the dream time later, in your waking life, through a synchronous experience or symbol memory, or through a meditation later on. There is no such thing as scarcity or time running out. There is no time. There is no time. And then if you'd like to explore a more specific question for guidance on something you are uniquely facing in your life now, you may explore. It is always wise to ask questions in a more qualitative manner that do not have a yes or no answer, but more of a qualitative response. A common question for many at this time, and perhaps in this field, is something like, how can I embody more of my purpose in this lifetime? What am I meant to let go of at this time to be more joyful, peaceful, and prosperous? What are any blind spots that I am experiencing, holding me back from my full potential in this life? What do I need to let go of to be more of who I am meant to be? What is my fear of change and growth teaching me right now? And some of you may want to ask, what are the specific multidimensional guides and support teams that I can call upon in my journey now? Who are my specific guides, my teachers, my master beings I'm meant to convene with at this time? And you can ask them to step forth, and you can say, I am ready to meet you now. Step forth and make yourself known. Show me. Mhm. And maybe you have a specific question about your vision, a mission, something you are creating, your art, your creative passion, or even a relationship. Is that not a creative venture of some sort? You may ask specific questions about this. What is important for me to know in my relationships? How can I show up in more integrity and authenticity? How can I enjoy more powerful, generative collaborations? How can I attract more abundance and prosperity? How can I increase my capacity for being a responsible steward of wealth and resources? Who am I meant to collaborate with at this time to create what I'm here to create? Who am I meant to connect with to build what we are here to build? We are meant to be in community and collaboration with a lot of support. And a great question would be, where can I allow more ease and effortlessness into my life and into my creations at this time? How can I allow more ease and effortlessness into all aspects of my life? How can I allow myself to play and simply receive? Hmm. Ah. And then you might also want to ask about your gifts and abilities. You can ask, what is one of my key expressions of multidimensional insight and perception? What type of intuitive gifts am I currently amplifying and awakening right now? What are some of my unique gifts and abilities? How can I support myself to refine and really utilize my abilities for the highest good? What abilities and insight want to be realized through my being? What is the gift I am here to give? Hmm. Um, ah, always stay with the deep, slow breath, staying grounded to the earth, feeling your presence in all of your body, whole energy field, harmonized, balanced, grounded. The more present you are, the more grounded you are, the more you receive and remember, the more you stabilize in the higher frequency energy that naturally abounds great healing and harmonizing potential, that naturally abounds great clarity of insight, awareness, understanding, and wisdom. Mm. All right, we are going to integrate towards the closing of this field for now. And so you are welcome to just start to deepen your breath. Deepen the breath into the belly, into the heart, into the crown again. We'll do 3 times like that. Breathing all the way in through the base, through the heart, through the top of the crown or the top of the energy field. Exhale out with a sigh or a sound. Some more times like that in your own way, really feeling your field, your body, integrating all of this beautiful light, energy presence you've cultivated. Feeling centered, feeling powerful, feeling perhaps more radiance and magnetism. Ah. Mm. All right, the very last thing getting guidance to share is a few tones. So we'll really ground in all that has been received with a few vocal tones. So this will sound like one of the tones that we do in our perfect, okay. The toning sequence is Om, Shrim, Ka. And you can do this in your own way. It might sound like taking a nice deep breath in. Om, Shrim, Ka. Do that a few times. The point is to feel the vibration in your own being. Feel the vibration in your heart. Feel the vibration through your whole field. A couple times like that. Empty all the breath out first, and then deep breath in to begin. Om Shri Am. Om Shri Am. Very good. All right, and then we will just close with a few of the same things we did at the beginning. So bring the palms together, and it's nice to do a few claps to clear the energy of your space. Rub the palms together vigorously. Bring the palms over the eyes. Feel the energy exchange, and then lightly just brush the edges of your body with your palms, like you're giving yourself an energetic bath, clearing the meridians, energy channels of your whole body all the way down, front and back, all the sides, down the arms and legs. All right, and then we'll just start tapping gently. So we got some really nice energy moving, and this is a nice way to just continue opening up all the channels that are going to keep receiving, and it just feels really good. So tapping lightly all along the head, all around the head. You might feel like some yawning or stretching out the jaw, and then start to tap along the forehead, top of the eyebrows, sides of the eyes, underneath the nose, on the chin, down the throat, all along the collarbone, along the heart, belly, sides of the lungs, and then down one arm, down the other arm, kind of patting or tapping, whatever feels good for you. And tap out on the lower back. That feels good. And then down the sides of the legs. up the insides of the legs. This is like a mini little qigong flow for anybody that knows. It feels so nice to do this in the morning or anytime. And then just close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and just see how you feel. Just notice how you feel, any different from when we first began. Noticing your connection to the earth, to your own sense of center, how your energy feels to be moving. And just give yourself some gratitude and love for showing up and receiving and being open to trying something new, maybe. What a beautiful gift. Thank you so much. Thank you for playing. And so that was fun. You kind of understand the flow here that, we're just listening and opening and seeing what wants to happen. There's never any agenda or plan, which I find to be really a lot of fun. So yeah, I'd love to welcome anyone that feels moved to share briefly if you want to share really a celebration of what that experience was like for you, or if you have any kind of questions about the experience, if anything came up that would feel good to integrate and kind of be witnessed in, you're welcome to unmute and share. And you're also welcome to put it in the chat if you feel more comfortable with that. Either way, but I always love to hear how people respond, to this kind of work. It's so fun. So we see heart opening, healing. We love you. Amazing. Thank you. Cool. Well, I'll tell you my experience. It was really fun to see, when I'm facilitating in this way, I see the whole field of all the beings and you all gathered here and all the beings that you all bring with you, and that's just my favorite thing this is my favorite thing to do in the world. And I feel that this work, this type of whatever we're doing here, it's so needed. I feel like it's one of the most important things we can do. And I find, my experience has been that it's so much better to do it in community. When I first started meditating and, practicing energy healing, it was really hard for me to sit still alone. I was afraid. And I had a lot of self-hate and grief and trauma. I couldn't sit still. I couldn't focus. It was impossible. And so I had to go find groups. I knew it was key to heal my nervous system and change. And I sought out community to practice with, and then on this level of multidimensional attunement and awakening that so many of us are experiencing now. I mean, it's inevitable. We're all ascending, we're all expanding, we're all receiving enormous energy. We're all becoming more sensitive. We're all becoming more intuitive. This is a fact. And so especially in these kinds of, awakening moments, I find that it is crucial that we have community where we can practice. And that guidance came through very clearly at part of our experience of like, for those of you that have felt scared, of exploring your multidimensional abilities or have felt, there can be a fear of becoming untethered. I've gone through this before. If you have history of mental illness or things like this in the family, or there's a lot of social conditioning where we're up against, it's not too long ago that many cultures all over the world were creating, genocides of, against people that were different and had intuitive abilities and, challenge the status quo. So there's a lot we're transmuting and alchemizing and simply choosing to say, I'm an intuitive being and I want to lead in this way. And it's really important we have community and safe places to practice and just feel that container, of this type of field. So I love to provide that. It's my favorite, again, my favorite thing to do and to experience. And it is a true co-creation. And we're all powerful leaders. And I'll say, last thing coming through too is like, we're all powerful leaders. And I believe this new era of leadership we are called to show up in, it requires us to develop the capacity to lead with others, outside of hierarchy, outside of a lot of how we've been taught, outside of like, follow the leader, authority figures, fear and control. It's like the new era of leadership to create the world that we came for, that we know is possible. It's going to come from leading in a different way, from presence, from attunement, from coherence, from being truly authentic. from being able to actually step back and feel when you know in your heart, it's not your turn to lead. It's not your turn to speak and take up all the space. It's somebody else. And you're actually able to be so attuned that you can feel when someone else in a group, in a team, in a company, they're the source point. And you, as the powerful attuned leader you are, can say, hey, I think you have an idea. I think you have the next step. I think you have the key. You know, this is how we're called to evolve. This is what I've been seeing for the last decade, and this is what I really feel we are really becoming ready for in a new way. And so, yeah, this is the kind of practice that I have found is really useful for cultivating that ability, you know, in all kinds of, in your whole life, in all areas of your life. Um, cool. Any other questions or any celebrations or integrations? Anybody want to share? Such a cool group of people here. We have like worldwide representation. It's so awesome.
I'm happy to
I'll share.
Hi,
Oh, go
Kim.
ahead, Kim.
Oh. Yeah, so I saw this like beautiful purple glittery light up top. And there I had like many visions that I think were more Egyptian and almost as if like light codes were kind of swirling around me. Um, so that was a beautiful experience. And I don't know what it means yet, but I feel deep gratitude. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I felt Egypt very strong. There's a few in here. And it specifically connecting to Atlantis, which is even predating Egypt, and just some of that like technology of, you know, a lot of what we're creating in this version of our reality is a repeat of what was done in Atlantis, which is like, you know, the choice to go for the transhumanism agenda, you know, giving all the power to AI and high technology, or to really reclaim our human innovation power, spiritual power, you know, the things that are not replaceable by externals. And really, you know, we're at that choice point again. It's all been done before, and there's really this choice point again of like, you know, choosing our humanity, choosing our real, you know, our innate technology, not outsourcing our power to robots or AI or these things we see developing so fast.
I wanted to share quickly. I did a 3-day five rhythms dance retreat over the weekend, and
Amazing.
it was amazing. And like, my body's very tired, and I just joined the five rhythms group where you posted this morning. So a super synchronicity to have this opportunity, and it's really helping me integrate. And this is all new to me, so I'm learning here today. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for joining. Five Rhythms is so fun. I've been sharing the gospel for anybody that doesn't know. I was speaking at like this investor event on Tuesday, and it came out like, what do you like to do for fun? And I was like, Five Rhythms. And people were like, what is that? And I explained it as like, you know, how I like to do it as meditative movement, but also like you can just wiggle around like on the ground if you want. And I had so many people come up and ask, like, where do I find out more about that? You know, it was so cool. Oh, thank you.
Amazing.
Ah. Anybody else? We can always end a few minutes early, which is all good too. I do want to mention too, look, it came through very strong to more than usual, really connect in with the earth and really envision clean ocean water. That doesn't happen every time. So just there's something around that. I think the guidance to really envision, you know, with our consciousness, envision the planet being restored, you know, envision the oceans being clean, envision the forests being, you know, abundant and healthy again. Imagine the soil being restored. Um, yeah, I love that. I love that guidance.
Hi, Sydney.
Hi.
Hi.
Aloha. Good morning.
Good morning. Um, I was wondering if you could, definitely experience somatically a lot of opening, There's a lot of blockage in my throat that wanted to be seen, some of which dissolved. It's an old, I know that block well. And then I was wondering if you could speak a little bit more about like just channeling into words, because I woke up this morning like I really want to hear and listen and receive, and it's not quite coming through. It feels
Mm.
stuck. And yeah, I appreciate your nod towards just slowing down and slowing down.
Mhm.
So if you could just speak more to
Mhm.
work with that.
Yeah, beautiful. And thank you. And thank you for sharing. You're very early. I think we were playing in the dream time, like 2 or 3 a.m. your time. Got the wake. Moshe's in Hawaii right now, so it's 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. over there.
He sent me a text and then I had a dream about this. I was trying to sleep through it.
Yes,
Here we are.
this is how it goes. This is how
Yeah,
we really play. And yes, let me tune in and see. Do you mind if I tune in specifically for you?
sure.
Okay. And thank you for bringing this up. I feel others will resonate deeply. Ah, you already named, you already know, you already see the flow of where this rhyming, this is a guide of yours rhyming in a song. You already know, you already see where the flow is to go, how you are to grow, to go more slow, to flow as a slow, in the slow go. It is a slow go. Where you go from here, it is meant to be slow, it is meant to be long. It will be like a pause. It will be like nothing. It will be the void. It will be like an emptiness in which you can feel, you will feel, you will feel. The words are not what you think. I'm getting a lot of rhymes. This is like a couple different guides I'm feeling. The words are not what you think. This is meant to be a metaphor for you, like kind of like one of those like a non sequitur. This is meant to break your mind. You have a strong mental conditioning, strong logical, strong linear, very gifted analysis, very gifted capacity for analysis and translating complex data and information. And this has served you so well and is such a gift and will continue to serve. And what is evolving is the ability to translate through a different lens, through a more multidimensional sensory somatic lens. And so this is coming into form in your being. It is involving an energy system update, and it is very much why you are called to be in Hawaii at this time and allowing allowing certain energetics to clean and clear, kind of more they feel more like ancestral inheritances. So, I get the sense that your throat clearing out is part of this ability coming in, right? So the throat, your expression, there's a depth. I get that there's a depth of expression that's really wanting to be born through you. And it is through your voice. And I do believe it's through singing and it's through translating data in a different way. It's actually, I feel your voice changing an octave, like your voice is coming deeper into your being. It is really what we would say they're calling a soul song, that it's time to sing your soul song, and that more of your soul is coming in to be expressed through a more present lens without restriction, without resistance, and that you can let the mind go. The mind has been such a strong protector in so many ways, and it has served you so well, and it will continue to, but your relationship to it is going to change. It is already changing. It has been underway. I sense this information is not new. It's just it's an accelerated they say very strong reorientation to how you translate information, and it will feel a bit like not recognizing yourself for a bit of the beginning. And many of us are going through this, and there's nothing to fear. It's really letting go. It's like the same old story. Let go, just let it go, let it go. There's nothing to control. And that part of our identity that was so validated and controlling what we thought we were controlling, which we never really were controlling anything, but that part of the identity is really falling away, and it can feel quite ungrounding, to feel who you are without that. And beautiful work, though. This is it. A lot of these practices we've shared, this will support you, and also where you are and where you're called to be coming up on some of your next travels will also continue to support. It all feels right on time.
The gift I received was a lute, and I'm like, what do I do with this?
Yes, exactly. You're gonna sing like the bard you are. Aw. Anybody else relate? I feel like that's kind of for so many of us are going through these big updates of how we communicate and how we express and how we lead, and we crave more depth, like everyone's like, how do I have more depth and meaning and purpose and get out of the way, get out of the mind? Like years ago, my guides were telling me, it's okay to lose your mind. It's safe to lose your mind. It's safe to lose your mind, which I am understanding now more. Oh, beautiful. So vulnerable too to go through these things, and we really can't do it alone in an echo chamber, right? It's like I've only go through these big recalibrations in support with community, and it can be so accelerated in community too when other people are working on similar. That's why I love to bring together fields like this where we can all work on different sides of the diamond. That's what it feels like, and so someone's working on a piece of it, I'm working on a piece of it, and then we're helping just by being in a field of intention together. There's a transference of resource and support, so it's magnified. I love that. Cool. Any final thoughts before we close up shop here?
Feeling called to share.
Hi, love.
Hi, good to see you. Um, yeah, so like my big takeaway, I got like a very concrete message that like as in my own life, but maybe this is something others can relate to, like as I'm kind of stepping out of like this cocoon in this winter and like this feeling of really needing to go inwards to find an inner strength for what might be going on in the world around me. I feel like I'm stepping out of that phase and expanding, and there's a lot of beauty around me. And I just got this really strong calling that even when life is going well and even when the world around me is so beautiful, it's still important to tune inward and to um yeah, change, reformat the way that I view this type of work, so that it's not so much of an escape, but rather just like going inwards and reconnecting with the truth again and again.
Mm. Mm. That was good. Deep breath. Mm. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful, my loves. Well, that's time. So I'd like to thank you all so much for joining and just being willing to co-create this beautiful amplified field. Make sure you hydrate. Make sure if you can get your feet on the earth and ground and more physical nature, that's always going to be a good idea all the time. And play and celebrate and have fun today. Like, go take this energy and put it out in a way that feels beautiful to you, and just take really good care of yourself. You may also be more psychically open and sensitive, so you might want to move a little bit more slowly and mindfully. If you have space, it could feel good to kind of sit and meditate a little bit more with yourself and see how you feel when you're outside of this particular field. You may have some more active dreams as some things continue to process and cleanse and clear. Usually when I'm doing energy work with people one-on-one or groups, I say there's a 3-day period of amplified access and healing that you're going to be moving through. And, so just heads up, that could be happening. And you're always welcome to reach out and share. I love to hear integrations and synchronicities and, I love it. So yeah, if that comes up for you, feel free to reach out. And then we'll be having 2 more calls like this on the following Mondays. So when we also gather like this, we're helping to anchor more stability for the whole planet. Because, when a group is gathered, we really create an amplified energetic template and presence field that I believe really changes the world. So thank you for being a part of this today, and feel free to join the following 2 weeks, and feel free to share this invitation with friends that might really benefit or be curious. Every time will be different. We don't know what's going to happen the next times. And then if you want to go in the deep dive and learn how to facilitate work like this, I would love to have you with us in the Soul Source Facilitation Training that opens at the end of the month. All right. Thank you so much, my loves. I really appreciate you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Aloha.
Thank you.
Thank you.